We've always worked with schools, and part of Medics Against Violence was we tried to get doctors to go into schools, because the police have always gone into schools and said, don't do that, you'll go to jail. And so what we got was that we got the doctors to go in, and the doctors were talking about, you know, if you get a scar on your face, if you lose your teeth, you know, they started to talk about personal consequences and about well-being and about confidence and about keeping yourself healthy and safe. You know, and we, you know, because lots of young people had lots of misconceptions about violence. You know that they see the television. And so, you know, I mean, one of the young people had said, well, where's a safe place to get stabbed? And one of the doctors was like, right, and he actually turned it around. It was really clever. I would never have done this. He really cleverly turned it around on them, and he said, well, where do you think? And they said, well, the hand. And then he said, well, no, all these major arteries and veins come into the hand. And actually, if you get stabbed there, you could bleed to death in 7 minutes. And then he said, well, the foot. And then he said, well, no, you've got the femoral artery that comes away down, you know. And so they started to talk about biology. It was absolutely fascinating. You know, seeing them think, and then think, actually, there's no safe place, you know that? Really interesting work. And then we obviously do, you know, we work with Mentors and Violence programme. And, you know, I mean, obviously that's a bystander programme, and it's designed to give kids the skills to challenge the norms in their own society about how people speak, sometimes about women, about violence, you know, and giving them some of the tools to challenge. But we let them come up with it themselves, you know, well, how do you think you would deal with this? And it's probably, can I tell you, it's the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen. It was brought over from the American military, and you know, by a guy called Jackson Katz. And when we put it in, I don't know what I thought it was going to be like, but I'm always, you know that, let's give it a try and see if it fails. So what? At least we've tried to do something. And then I went out and saw some kids, and it's, you know, it's run in Portobello and in Greenock. And can I tell you, I was gobsmacked. The kids were spectacular. I mean, they ran it themselves. So the 5th year, you know, and it's peer mentoring, so 6 years teach 5th years, teach 4th years. And the mentors were just extraordinary. They had a level of skill about dealing with younger kids that I would never have. You know, they intervened with the 1st years when they were getting bullied. You know, they tried to support them. They created a really positive environment inside the school, and it made me smile. Honestly, the whole day I saw it, I came back and I thought, that's extraordinary. And the teachers weren't really, I mean, they were part of it, they absolutely supported it, but it was absolutely run by the pupils. The pupils created the norm within the school environment.